Welcome to my channel. International Special Days in a Year. Special Days in January. New Year's Day. January 1st. Global Family Day. January 1st. World Introvert Day. January 2nd. International Mind Body Wellness Day. January 3rd. World Braille Day. January 4th. National Birds Day. January 5th. World Day of War Orphans. January 6th. Mahayana New Year. January 7th. African National Congress Foundation Day. January 8th. Earth's Rotations Day. January 8th. NRI Day or Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. January 9th. World Hindi Day. January 10th. Death anniversary of Lal Bahadur Shastri. January 11th. National Human Trafficking Awareness Day in India. January 11th. National Youth Day in India. January 12th. Indian Army Day in India. January 15th. National Startup Day in India. January 16th. Martin Luther King Jr. Day in USA. Third Monday in January. Benjamin Franklin Day. January 17th. Cockburrock Day. January 19th. Penguin Awareness Day. January 20. Tripura, Manipur and Meghalaya Foundation Day in India. January 21st. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Jayanti. Jan 23rd. National Girl Child Day. January 24th. International Day of Education. January 24th. Weedless Wednesday. Third full week of January. National Voters Day in India. January 25th. National Tourism Day in India. January 25th. Republic Day in India. January 26th. International Customs Day. January 26th. Basant Panchami in India. January 26th. International Holocaust Remembrance Day. January 27th. National Geographic Day in India. January 27th. Birth anniversary of Lala Lajpati Rai. January 28th. K. M. Kariyappa Jayanti. January 28th. Indian Newspaper Day. January 29th. Martyrs Day or Shaheed Divas in India. January 30. World Leprosy Day. January 30. International Zebra Day. January 31. Special days in February. Indian Coast Guard Day in India. February 1st. World Interfaith Harmony Week. Feb 1st to Feb 7th. World Wetlands Day. February 2nd. World Cancer Day. February 4th. International Day of Human Fraternity. February 4th. International Day of Zero Tolerance for Female Genital Mutilation. February 6th. Safer Internet Day. February 7th. International Day of the Arabian Leopard. February 10th. World Pulses Day. February 10th. International Day of Female and Girls in Science. February 11th. International Day for the Prevention of Violent Extremism as and when conducive to terrorism. February 12th. National Productivity Day in India. February 12th. World Radio Day. February 13th. Saint Valentine's Day. February 14th. Global Tourism Resilience Day. February 17th. World Day of Social Justice. February 20. International Mother Language Day. February 21st. World Thinking Day. February 22nd. Central Excise Day. February 24th. World NGO Day. February 27th. Rare Disease Day. February 28th. Special days in March. World Seagrass Day. March 1st. Zero Discrimination Day. March 1st. World Civil Defense Day. March 1st. World Wildlife Day. March 3rd. World Hearing Day. March 3rd. National Safety Week in India. March 4th to March 10th. International Day for Disarmament and Non-Proliferation Awareness. March 5th. International Women's Day. March 8th. CISF Raising Day. March 10th. International Day of Women Judges. March 10th. Mauritius Day. March 12th. World No Smoking Day, second Wednesday of March. March 13th. International Pie Day. March 14th. International Day of Action for Rivers. March 14th. World Consumer Rights Day. March 15th. International Day to Combat Islamophobia. March 15th. National Vaccination Day in India. March 16th. St. Patrick's Day. March 17th. Ordnance Factories Day in India. March 18th. International Day of Happiness. March 20. World Sparrow Day. March 20. French Language Day. March 20. Week of Solidarity with the people struggling against racism and racial discrimination. March 21st to March 27th. World Forestry Day. March 21st. World Down Syndrome Day. March 21st. World Poetry Day. March 21st. International Day of Neurons. March 21st. World Water Day. March 22nd. World Meteorological Day. March 23rd. World Tuberculosis Day. March 24th. International Day for the Right to the Truth Concerning Gross Human Rights Violation and for the Dignity of Victims. March 24th. International Day of Remembrance of the Victims of Slavery and the Transatlantic Slave Trade. March 25th. International Day of Solidarity with Detained and Missing Staff Members. March 25th. World Theatre Day. March 27th. International Day of Zero Waste. March 30. Special days in April. April Fool's Day. April 1st. Odisha Foundation Day in India. April 1st. World Autism Awareness Day. April 2nd. International Fact Checking Day. April 2nd. International Day for Mine Awareness and Assistance in Mine Action. April 4th. International Carrot Day. April 4th. International Day of Conscience. April 5th. International Day of Sport for Development and Peace. April 6th. World Health Day. April 7th. International Day of Reflection on the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda. April 7th. World Homeopathy Day. April 10th. World Siblings Day. April 10th. World Parkinson's Day. April 11th. International Day of Human Space Flight. April 12th. World Chagas Disease Day. April 14th. World Hemophilia Day. April 17th. World Heritage Day. April 18th. World Liver Day. April 19th. Chinese Language Day in China. April 20. World Creativity and Innovation Day. April 21st. International Mother Earth Day. April 22nd. World Book and Copyright Day. April 23rd. English Language Day. April 23rd. Spanish Language Day. April 23rd. World Immunization Week. April 24th. International Day of Multilateralism and Diplomacy for Peace. April 24th. World Day for Animals in Laboratories. April 24th. World Malaria Day. April 25th. International Delegates Day. April 25th. International Chernobyl Disaster Remembrance Day. April 26th. World Intellectual Property Day. April 26th. International Girls in ICT Day. April 27th. World Taper Day. April 27th. World Design Day. April 27th. World Day of Safety and Health at Work. April 28th. International Dance Day. April 29th. International Jazz Day. April 30. World Veterinary Day. April 30. Special days in May. International Workers' Day, also called Labor Day. May 1st. World Tuna Day. May 2nd. World Press Freedom Day. May 3rd. Star Wars Day. May 4th. World Portuguese Language Day. May 5th. Time of remembrance and reconciliation for those who lost their lives during the Second World War. May 8th. World Red Cross and Red Crescent Day. May 8th. International Day of Argania. May 10th. International Day of Plant Health. May 12th. International Nurses Day. May 12th. World Migratory Bird Day. May 13th. Mother's Day. Second Sunday in May. UN Global Road Safety Week. May 15th. International Day of Families. May 15th. International Day of Living Together in Peace. May 16th. International Day of Light. May 16th. World Telecommunication and Information Society Day. May 17th. World Bee Day. May 20. International Tea Day. May 21st. World Day for Cultural Diversity for Dialogue and Development. May 21st. International Day for Biological Diversity. May 22nd. Buddha Jayanti. May 23rd. International Day to End Obstetric Fistula. May 23rd. Week of Solidarity with the Peoples of Non-Self-Governing Territories. May 25th. International Day of UN Peacekeepers. May 29th. World No Tobacco Day. May 31st. Special days in June. World Milk Day. June 1st. Global Day of Parents. June 1st. International Sex Workers Day. June 2nd. World Bicycle Day. June 3rd. International Day of Innocent Children Victims of Aggression. June 4th. World Environment Day. June 5th. International Day for the Fight Against Illegal, Unreported and Unregulated Fishing. June 5th. Russian Language Day. June 6th. World Food Safety Day. June 7th. World Oceans Day. June 8th. World Brain Tumor Day. June 8th. World Day Against Child Labor. June 12th. International Albinism Awareness Day. June 13th. World Blood Donor Day. June 14th. World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. June 15th. World Wind Day. June 15th. International Day of Family Remittances. June 16th. World Day to Combat Desertification and Drought. June 17th. International Day for Countering Hate Speech. June 18th. International Picnic Day. June 18th. Sustainable Gastronomy Day. June 18th. International Day for the Elimination of Sexual Violence in Conflict. June 19th. World Sandring Day. June 19th. World Refugee Day. June 20. Father's Day. Various dates worldwide. Third Sunday in June. International Day of Yoga. June 21st. International Day of the Celebration of the Solstice. June 21st. World Music Day, June 21st. World Hydrography Day, June 21st. World Rain Forecast Day, June 22nd. International Olympic Day, June 23rd. International Widows Day, June 23rd. United Nations Public Service Day, June 23rd. International Day of Women in Diplomacy, June 24th. Day of the Seafarer, June 25th. International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, June 26th. United Nations International Day in Support of Victims of Torture, June 26th. Micro, Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises Day, June 27th. International Day of the Tropics, June 29th. International Asteroid Day, June 30. International Day of Parliamentarism, June 30. Special days in July. Doctors Day, July 1st. World Sports Journalist Day, July 2nd. International Plastic Bag Free Day, July 3rd. International Day of Cooperatives, July 3rd. World Zoonosis Day, July 5th. World Kiswahili Language Day, July 7th. Global Forgiveness Day, July 7th. World Chocolate Day, July 7th. World Population Day, July 11th. International Day of Combating Sand and Dust Storms, July 12th. World Youth Skills Day, July 15th. Nelson Mandela International Day, July 18th. International Moon Day, July 20. World Chess Day, July 20. World Drowning Prevention Day, July 25th. World Hepatitis Day, July 28th. World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, July 30. International Day of Friendship. July 30. Special days in August. World Lung Cancer Day. August 1st. World Wide Web Day. August 1st. World Breastfeeding Week. August 1st to August 7th. International Beer Day. August 4th. Friendship Day. First Sunday of August. International Day of the World's Indigenous People. August 9th. World Lion Day. August 10th. World Biofuel Day. August 10th. World Steel Pan Day. August 11th. International Youth Day. August 12th. World Elephant Day. August 12th. International Left-Handers Day. August 13th. World Organ Donation Day. August 13th. Independence Day in India. August 15th. World Photography Day. August 19th. World Humanitarian Day. August 19th. World Mosquito Day. August 20. International Day of Remembrance and Tribute to the Victims of Terrorism. August 21st. International Day commemorating the victims of acts of violence based on religion or belief. August 22nd. International Day for the Remembrance of the Slave Trade and its Abolition. August 23rd. ISRO Day. August 23rd. Women's Equality Day. August 26th. International Dog Day. August 26th. International Day Against Nuclear Tests. August 29th. International Day of the Victims of Enforced Disappearances. August 30. International Day for People of African Descent. August 31st. Special days in September. World Coconut Day. September 2nd. Skyscraper Day. September 3rd. International Day of Charity. September 5th. International Day of Police Cooperation. September 7th. International Day of Clean Air for Blue Skies. September 7th. International Literacy Day. September 8th. World Physical Therapy Day. September 8th. International Day to Protect Education from Attack. September 9th. World Suicide Prevention Day. September 10th. World First Aid Day. September 11th. United Nations Day for South-South Cooperation. September 12th. Grandparents' Day. September 12th. International Day of Democracy. September 15th. International Day for Interventional Cardiology. September 16th. International Day for the Prevention of the Ozone Layer. September 16th. World Patient Safety Day. September 17th. International Equal Pay Day. September 18th. World Bamboo Day. September 18th. International Talk Like a Pirate Day. September 19th. International Day of Peace. September 21st. World Alzheimer's Day. September 21st. Rose Day. September 22nd. World Rhino Day. September 22nd. International Day of Sign Languages. September 23rd. World Pharmacists Day. September 25th. International Day for the Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons. September 26th. World Contraception Day. September 26th. World Environmental Health Day. September 26th. World Rivers Day. September 26th. World Tourism Day. September 27th. World Maritime Day. September 28th. World Rabies Day. September 28th. International Day for Universal Access to Information. September 28th. International Day of Awareness of Food Loss and Waste. September 29th. World Heart Day. September 29th. International Translation Day. September 30. Special days in October. International Day of Older Persons. October 1st. International Coffee Day. October 1st. World Vegetarian Day. October 1st. International Music Day. October 1st. Gandhi Jayanti. October 2nd. World Habitat Day. October 2nd. International Day of Non-Violence. October 2nd. World Animal Day. October 4th. World Space Week. October 4th to 10th of October. World Teachers Day. October 5th. World Cerebral Palsy Day. October 6th. World Smile Day. October 6th. World Cotton Day. October 7th. World Post Day. October 9th. World Mental Health Day. October 10th. International Day of the Girl Child. October 11th. World Arthritis Day. October 12th. World Sight Day. October 12th. International Day of Disaster Risk Reduction. October 13th. World Egg Day. October 13th. World Migratory Birds Day. October 14th. World Standard Day. October 14th. International Day of Rural Women. October 15th. World Students Day. October 15th. World White Cane Day. October 15th. Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day. October 15th. Global Hand Washing Day. October 15th. World Food Day. October 16th. World Anesthesia Day. October 16th. International Day for the Eradication of Poverty. October 17th. World Osteoporosis Day. October 20. Police Commemoration Day. October 21st. International Stuttering Awareness Day. October 22nd. United Nations Day. October 24th. ITBP Raising Day. October 24th. World Polio Day. October 24th. World Development Information Day. October 24th. Global Media and Information Literacy Week. October 24th to October 31st. World Day for Audiovisual Heritage. October 27th. International Day of Care and Support. October 29th. World Stroke Day. October 29th. World Thrift Day. October 30. World Cities Day. October 31st. World Halloween Day. October 31st. Special days in November. All Saints Day. November 1st. All Souls Day. November 2nd. International Day to End Impunity for Crimes Against Journalists. November 2nd. World Jellyfish Day. November 3rd. World Sandwich Day. November 3rd. World Tsunami Awareness Day. November 5th. International Day for Preventing the Exploitation of the Environment in War and Armed Conflict. November 6th. National Nachos Day. November 6th. Infant Protection Day. November 7th. World Radiography Day. November 8th. World Science Day for Peace and Development. November 10th. World Usability Day. November 10th. World Pneumonia Day. November 12th. World Kindness Day. November 13th. World Antibiotic Awareness Week. November 13th. World Diabetes Day. November 14th. International Day for Tolerance. November 16th. World Philosophy Day. November 17th. International Students Day. November 17th. World Day for the Prevention and Healing from Child Sexual Exploitation, Abuse and Violence. November 18th. World Day of Remembrance for Road Traffic Victims. November 19th. World Toilet Day. November 19th. International Men's Day. November 19th. Africa Industrialization Day. November 20. World Children's Day. November 20. World Television Day. November 21st. World Hello Day. November 21st. Fibonacci Day. November 23rd. National Cashew Day. November 23rd. National Espresso Day. November 23rd. Thanksgiving Day in USA. 4th Thursday of November. Black Friday. Day after Thanksgiving. International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. November 25th. World Sustainable Transport Day. November 26th. World Tourism Day. November 27th. Red Planet Day. November 28th. International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian people. November 29th. International Jaguar Day. November 29th. Day of Remembrance for all victims of chemical warfare. November 30. Saint Andrew's Day. November 30. Important days in December. World AIDS Day. December 1st. Antarctica Day. December 1st. International Day for the Abolition of Slavery. December 2nd. International Day of Persons with Disabilities. December 3rd. International Cheetah Day. December 4th. International Day of Banks. December 4th. World Wildlife Conservation Day. December 4th. Global Fat Bike Day. First Saturday in December. International Spirit of the Game Day. First Saturday in December. World Civil Aviation Day. First Saturday in December. International Volunteer Day for Economic and Social Development. December 5th. World Soil Day. December 5th. World Pear Day. December 6th. Bodhi Day. December 8th. International Day of Commemoration and Dignity for Genocide Victims and Prevention. December 9th. International Anti-Corruption Day. December 9th. World Techno Day. December 9th. Human Rights Day. December 10th. Nobel Prize Day. December 10th. International Animal Rights Day. December 10th. International Mountain Day. December 11th. UNICEF Birthday. December 11th. International Day of Neutrality. December 12th. Worldwide Candle Lightning Day. Second Sunday in December. World Choral Day. Second Sunday in December. International Universal Health Coverage Day. December 12th. Martyred Intellectuals Day in Bangladesh. December 14th. International Monkey Day. December 14th. International Migrants Day. December 18th. Arabic Language Day. December 18th. International Human Solidarity Day. December 20. Christmas Day. December 25th. Boxing Day. December 26th. Day of Goodwill. December 26th. Kwanzaa. December 26th to January 1st. International Day of Epidemic Preparedness. December 27th. New Year's Eve. December 31st. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.